I'm articulate. I make good music. I know hip hop. I got stories. I was there around shit you was around. Why I ain't there? Because I'm not popular.
All right, man. I got to ask you some questions about your career now, though. Okay, because do you feel like you've been really underrated or overlooked by people?
I think both. I think two things could be true. I'm one of those artists, and I've had to make myself become okay with the fact that I'm just one of those artists that if you know, you know. Usually, if you know, 8 times out of 10, you like the shit. Um, there's 2 times I might get a couple people that's not really feeling it. But I come from a certain cloth. I've been around so much. I just been around. So that's where the overlooked part comes from. Because I've been around. You're overlooking me because yo, man, I'm been there. Like you know what I mean? The underrated part comes from me not being as popular. So I won't really get the rating. They'll go to certain names first, like when they make their lists. Like I see a lot of underground lists and shit like that. They name niggas that know I will smoke them. The niggas they name know I will smoke them. I'm more consistent than them, but they just happen to be a little more popular than me. So I deal with that all the time. It's always the popularity game that I always end up losing. And it's cool. I don't want to be famous.
It don't
So
frustrate you?
it does, it has. Um, but I can't, but yo, like I said, I'm a grown man. I decide to do this. I don't have to do this. You protect your peace. We're at an age where we're supposed to protect our peace. You do the things that's supposed to bring you peace. Actually creating the music is what brings me peace. It's everything after that I just don't like the business part, the because I'm a sociable person, but I'm really not. You couldn't tell by seeing me online because I just know how to deal with people. But I'm an antisocial socialite. I'd rather be by myself. I could start a party, get the party started. When I make sure everybody's having fun, I sneak out the back quietly and I go home and get in my bed. Everybody good, they partying. I started it, but you know what I'm saying? That's me. That's who I am. I just be wanting people to if I was to drop right now, yo, he loved it. He was consistent and it was all he had. So he gave it all he had. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to see niggas that, and I know how these niggas get in certain positions. Again, I've been around. A lot of this shit is cosigns. A lot of it is money. A lot of it is, I'm not an ass kisser. Never had, never will. My personality precedes me too. So, a lot of people know, like, yo, I ain't gonna be able to get over on this nigga or control this nigga or oh, he's already cocky or whatever. Funny thing is, I'm not as cocky as you think I am. I'm very self-conscious. I'm such a human. Like, yo, I'm sensitive. Yo, the one did the my nigga that He ain't my nigga, but my aunt overseas. He's calling me the sensitive seed. Nigga, that's not a diss. I'm sensitive. Yeah. I'm not hiding my imperfections, my guy. What you see is what you get. You guys pretend to not be cool, nigga. I am sensitive. I have flaws that I'm trying to work on as a man. I have things that I work on every day as far as I'm concerned. Um, Accountability was one thing I had a real problem with. And over the years, I've really worked on that. Yeah, and I let a lot of shit go, man, because I'm actually on medication and I can't let this shit make me kirk out. Cause bro, me as cool as I am, I will, people say it all the time. I'm crazy. I wild out because they want that to be the cool thing said about them. No, I'm really nuts. And if I do that shit, I'm gonna black. And I don't think that shit is cool about me. I don't. I hate it. So I'm working on things so that I can be getting old, man. I got grandkids. Like, come on, man. I can't worry about popularity and I just gotta make the music and because that's gonna be something they can't deny that's gonna be there. I've been overlooked and underrated my whole career.
But let me ask you this though. How does it feel when it's from your own people that you know that are in positions of that could help you, that don't help you, that
That's
don't put you?
that's the worst. You know what? You end up becoming conditioned to certain things. When you come into the game, you come into the game the person that your mother raised, your father raised. You got certain morals and certain ideals and things that you think attributes you supposed to have. When you get into the music business or any kind of business, you kind of gotta unlearn these things. It's good to still have an awareness of them, but you have to understand that these things hold no weight in business. If you choose to have these things apply to you as your character, then that's a dope thing character wise. But that don't necessarily get you forward in the business. Yeah, they'll be like, yo, you got a good character, but what? Look at the people who succeed in business, really. They're fucked up niggas, man. They
Yeah,
don't give a fuck.
absolutely.
They'll step over anybody. They'll take advantage of anybody. They'll do whatever. Why do you think I'm overrated and overlooked? Because I'm not selfish. I'm not selfish. And I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. I'm not throwing people under the bus that don't need to be thrown under the bus. I'm not kissing nobody's ass. I'm not doing, and I'm popping my shit and I'm nice. They don't know what to do with me. They're like, yo, he's a problem. No, I'm not necessarily a problem. Just talk to me nice and we good. So I personally think the path that I'm on, bless bless me. Yeah. I think the path that I'm on is what I'm supposed to be on. I had the Warner Brothers thing so that I could get the knowledge. I don't think I was supposed to be on Warner Brothers for like a career artist on Warner Brothers, drop all those albums on Warner Brothers. I don't think that was for me. I think I was supposed to learn what I needed to learn because as an artist, I definitely wasn't ready. I was ready enough to get the deal. I was talented enough, but I wasn't ready mentally and I wasn't ready business wise. I was letting everybody else handle my business. I was just, they tell me what happened. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just la la la. I ain't give a fuck. Ever since then, nobody handles my business but me and my partner, Joe. Shout to Joe, best partner in the world.
Let me ask you this, right? So they say that if you expect for others to do for you like you would do for them, you will always end up disappointed.
Real shit. And that's a hard pill to swallow. Pause. It is.
Yeah.
It is. That's a downfall of mine.
And I've
Because
noticed that that's been one of mine too.
Mhm.
And that's been really difficult for me to deal with in this space.
Because you expect it. It's like you expect the respect from them. You also expect the disrespect from them because they're human, but you're disappointed because you got the disrespect part. Like it's like, yo, why I had to get that? Why you do that to me? Because when that happens, that just shows that there's underlying shit there. It's always been. And underlying shit always rears its evil head. If you're friends, if you have helped each other, you've done something for each other, and y'all should always be able to be afforded a conversation. I just believe that. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, that means that it didn't ever exist. It wasn't ever nothing. You know.
You know, you've been one of the most grateful people that I've had on the platform. That you see what this actually is, that it is promotion for you. It's really allowing you to be able to tell your story the way that you want it to be narrated, everything like that, right?
Sorry.
Like I've had people that I've helped do multiple interviews, do multiple things and stuff like that, right? That have expressed to me behind the scenes, I appreciate you, I respect you, yada yada, right? But in the moment of need, they don't show up because they don't want to get involved or whatever, yada yada, right? I'm not gonna bring up the past situation, but what I'm saying is when I needed people to show up the most, you and Swave were the ones that showed up. And that's why I said respect to both of you brothers, because you guys saw it for what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And you didn't care about politics, didn't care about anything. And I told myself, I will always remember that. I will always have a place on my platform for these brothers because they showed up when I needed them the most.
Yeah. And
I've
vice
done things,
versa.
yeah. And
Cause
I've done things for other people way more than you guys, and they didn't show up.
yeah.
You see what
Right,
I'm
but
saying?
that's what I'm saying, Panda. Vice versa. Like you gave me bro. You ain't have to. You ain't have to hit me for the first shit to do the first shit, bro. You ain't had to do that. You could have. We could have just. It could have just been like, yeah, whatever. And I could have been overlooked in like I usually get. Like you know what I mean? I expect that more than I expect you to for this. So you know me not being on quality shit. I expect that. I haven't been, bro. He's on like what podcast number 3 now. I haven't got a call once. You got my number. I'm articulate. I make good music. I know hip hop. I got stories. I was there around shit you was around. Why I ain't there? Because I'm not popular. Let's call a spade a spade. Like it is what it is. I'd rather he be like, yo, son, you ain't got your weight up yet. I'd rather that. I could respect that. But in the heat of it, be like, yo, you on his shit. You could have been on my shit. Nah, but I'm on his shit. I was never on your shit. You never had me on your shit. I would have ran there. What you mean? So, you know.
But outside of that situation, right? Like, you know, a lot of people. I mean, you know, a lot of people that are in positions, they know this person, or they could put you on their label. They could do all types of things for you, right? But they don't. And what is that like, though? Like, because if you were in the position, you would do that for them. I know you would.
Yeah.
If you saw the talent and you knew that they needed the help, especially.
It's
maybe you can't do as much as they want, but you would do something.
it's frustrating. It is. But and I've had this conversation with myself many times. Many. Because remember we spoke before in the last shit, and I said I'm the type of person I always want to know why it did that happen. Why did you do that, or why didn't you do that? You know. I think, bro, I've been so self-contained for a long time. Like, like I said, after the Warner Brothers shit, nobody's handled my business since me after I lost my dad. So I've been very boisterous about handling my own business. I'm not the easiest to talk to when you're on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't say aggressive, but I'm direct. I'm not gonna let nothing that I peep slide, especially when it got to do with the business. Because I would expect you to do the same thing. We talking about business. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not personal at all. So I think people get intimidated by that because I am experienced. I am. And some people just now might be getting into a certain game or getting put into it. And they like the control that they have over, so they know they're not going to be able to control me. Whatever we do is going to have to be a partnership. You cannot control me. I already know what's up. I think that this is not the main thing. This is some of them. I think some of them don't approach because of that. Because all I really need, yo, if I had the backing, I'm out of here. Niggas know that. The music is there, everything's there. The person, everything's there. I just need the backing to be where I need to be all the time. That's it. That's it. That's all it takes. I've got to that point. If I had a certain amount of money, I would be popular. Facts. Everything is there. So, it's stupid. Like to me, I think I would want to jump on that, especially since I do good business. Like find me somebody that I do good business with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously it's good business. It's just people's egos and shit ain't gonna like how I'm gonna talk to them when they fucking up. And that's fucked up because if I fuck up, nigga, talk to me how I need to be talked to if I'm fucking up, man. That's what I come from. I don't come from, but I'm the sensitive seed though, right? I'm sensitive on shit that hurt my feelings, not for shit that's gonna make me better. No,